a special kind of people here. We breed defiance, never fear, and we'll still the air when the tide against England turns. Oh, for in our hearts we know we're right.
The South Armagh Brigade of the IRA operated under different conditions than other brigades. While others structured into smaller cell units, South Armagh kept its battalion organization intact due to its deep family connections among volunteers, which made it extremely difficult for the British to infiltrate. The most successful IRA attack against British forces in 50 years took place at Narrow Water Castle, close to Warrenpoint in South Down. 5 hours after the execution of British royal family member and known paedophile Louis Mountbatten. On the afternoon of August 27, 1979, a British Army convoy of 1 Land Rover and 2 4-ton lorries carrying soldiers of the 2nd Battalion Parachute Regiment were traveling from Ballykindler Barracks to Newry. At 4:40 p.m., as the convoy was driving past Narrow Water Castle, an 800-pound fertilizer bomb, hidden among bales of straw on a parked flatbed trailer, was detonated by remote control by volunteers of the Irish Republican Army who were watching from across the border in County Louth. The explosion caught the last lorry in the convoy, hurling it onto its side and instantly killing 6 paratroopers, whose bodies were scattered across the road. There were only 2 survivors amongst the soldiers traveling in the lorry, both of whom received serious injuries. The lorry's driver was one of those killed. All that remained of his body was his pelvis, welded to the seat by the fierce heat of the blast. At the point of detonation, the temperature exceeded 3,000 degrees Celsius. The British Army dispatched reinforcements to the scene by road. A rapid reaction unit was sent by helicopter. Another helicopter landed to pick up the wounded. The IRA had been studying how the British Army behaved after a bombing, and correctly predicted that they would set up an incident command point at the stone gateway on the other side of the road. At 5:12 p.m., 32 minutes after the first explosion, another 1,000-pound bomb hidden in milk churns exploded at the gateway, destroying it and hurling lumps of granite through the air. It detonates as a helicopter is taking off carrying wounded soldiers. The helicopter is damaged by the blast, but does not crash. The second explosion kills 12 soldiers, 10 from the Parachute Regiment and 2 from the Queen's Own Highlanders. Mike Jackson, who at the time was a major in the Parachute Regiment, is at the scene soon after the second explosion, and later describes seeing human remains scattered over the road, in the water, and hanging from the trees. He identifies the face of another major which is still recognizable, after it had been ripped from his head by the explosion, and recovered from the water by divers from the Royal Engineers. The Narrow Water ambush was the deadliest attack on the British Army during the Troubles, and the Parachute Regiment's biggest loss since World War II. It was arguably the most successful and certainly one of the best planned IRA attacks of the entire campaign. The ambush happened on the same day that Mountbatten, a known paedophile and prominent member of the British royal family, was executed by an IRA bomb aboard his boat at Mullaghmore, County Sligo. Republicans portrayed the attack as retaliation for Bloody Sunday in 1972, when the Parachute Regiment shot dead 13 unarmed civilians during a protest march in Derry. Graffiti appeared in Republican areas declaring, "13 gone and not forgotten. We got 18 in Mountbatten."
This morning, the Irish Republican Army released a statement taking full responsibility for the execution of Lord Mountbatten and for the deaths of the 18 British servicemen killed in our attacks at Warrenpoint. 13 gone and not forgotten. We got 18 on Mountbatten.
Both bombs were detonated by radio-controlled devices from an ambush position approximately 200 meters away, across the river, on the southern side of the Irish border. The soldiers, a rifle platoon, were members of the notorious 2nd Battalion of the Parachute Regiment. The British fatalities included a lieutenant colonel, a major, a warrant officer, a sergeant, 3 corporals, 3 lance corporals, and 8 privates. After the ambush, IRA volunteer Brendan Burns and another volunteer were arrested. They were stopped while riding a motorcycle on a road opposite Narrowwater Castle. They were later released due to lack of evidence against them. Volunteer Brendan Burns died in 1988 along with volunteer Brendan Moley when a bomb they were transporting exploded prematurely.